Chapter 6. The ark of the Lord was in the country of the Philistines 7 months. The Philistines called for the priests and the diviners, saying, What shall we do with the ark of the Lord? Show us with which we shall send it to its place. They said, If you send away the ark of the God of Israel, don't send it empty, but by all means return him a trespass offering. Then you shall be healed, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. Then they said, What shall be the trespass offering which we shall return to him? They said, 5 golden tumors, and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. For 1 plague was on you all, and on your lords. Therefore you shall make images of your tumors, and images of your mice that mar the land, and you shall give glory to the God of Israel. Perhaps he will lighten his hand from off you, and from off your gods, and from off your land. Why then do you harden your hearts as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts? When he had worked wonderfully among them, didn't they let the people go, and they departed? Now therefore take and prepare yourselves a new cart, and 2 milk cattle, on which there has come no yoke, and tie the cattle to the cart, and bring their calves home from them, and take the ark of the Lord, and lay it on the cart, and put the jewels of gold, which you return him for a trespass offering, in a box by the side of it, and send it away that it may go. Behold, if it goes up by the way of its own border to Bethshemesh, then he has done us this great evil. But if not, then we shall know that it is not his hand that has struck us, it was a chance that happened to us. The men did so, and took 2 milk cattle, and tied them to the cart, and shut up their calves at home. And they put the ark of the Lord on the cart, and the box with the mice of gold and the images of their tumors. The cattle took the straight way by the way to Bethshemesh. They went along the highway lowing as they went, and didn't turn aside to the right hand or to the left. And the lords of the Philistines went after them to the border of Bethshemesh. They of Bethshemesh were reaping their wheat harvest in the valley, and they lifted up their eyes and saw the ark, and rejoiced to see it. The cart came into the field of Joshua the Bethshemite, and stood there, where there was a great stone, and they split the wood of the cart, and offered up the cattle for a burnt offering to the Lord. The Levites took down the ark of the Lord, and the box that was with it, in which the jewels of gold were, and put them on the great stone. And the men of Bethshemesh offered burnt offerings and sacrificed sacrifices the same day to the Lord. When the 5 lords of the Philistines had seen it, they returned to Ekron the same day. These are the golden tumors which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering to the Lord. For Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Ashkelon 1, for Gath 1, for Ekron 1. And the golden mice, according to the number of all the cities of the Philistines belonging to the 5 lords, both of the fortified cities, and of country villages, even to the great stone, whereon they set down the ark of the Lord, which stone remains to this day in the field of Joshua the Bethshemite. He struck of the men of Bethshemesh, because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. He struck of the people 50,070 men, and the people mourned, because the Lord had struck the people with a great slaughter. The men of Bethshemesh said, Who is able to stand before the Lord, this holy God, and to whom shall he go up from us? They sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kiriath-Jearim, saying, The Philistines have brought back the ark of the Lord. Come down and bring it up to you. Chapter 7. The men of Kiriath-Jearim came and fetched up the ark of the Lord, and brought it into the house of Abinadab in the hill, and sanctified Eleazar his son to keep the ark of the Lord. It happened, from the day that the ark abode in Kiriath-Jearim, that the time was long, for it was 20 years, and all the house of Israel lamented after the Lord. Samuel spoke to all the house of Israel, saying, If you do return to the Lord with all your heart, then put away the foreign gods and the Ashtaroth from among you, and direct your hearts to the Lord, and serve him only, and he will deliver you out of the hand of the Philistines. Then the children of Israel did put away the Baals and the Ashtaroth, and served the Lord only. Samuel said, Gather all Israel to Mizpah, and I will pray for you to the Lord. They gathered together to Mizpah and drew water, and poured it out before the Lord, and fasted on that day, and said there, We have sinned against the Lord. Samuel judged the children of Israel in Mizpah. When the Philistines heard that the children of Israel were gathered together at Mizpah, the lords of the Philistines went up against Israel. When the children of Israel heard it, they were afraid of the Philistines. The children of Israel said to Samuel, Don't cease to cry to the Lord our God for us, that he will save us out of the hand of the Philistines. Samuel took a sucking lamb, and offered it for a whole burnt offering to the Lord. And Samuel cried to the Lord for Israel, and the Lord answered him. As Samuel was offering up the burnt offering, the Philistines drew near to battle against Israel. But the Lord thundered with a great thunder on that day on the Philistines, and confused them, and they were struck down before Israel. The men of Israel went out of Mizpah, and pursued the Philistines, and struck them, until they came under Beth-kar. Then Samuel took a stone, and set it between Mizpah and Shin, and called the name of it Ebenezer, saying, Hitherto has the Lord helped us. So the Philistines were subdued, and they came no more within the border of Israel. And the hand of the Lord was against the Philistines all the days of Samuel. The cities which the Philistines had taken from Israel were restored to Israel, from Ekron even to Gath, and the border of it did Israel deliver out of the hand of the Philistines. There was peace between Israel and the Amorites. Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life. He went from year to year in circuit to Bethel and Gilgal and Mizpah, and he judged Israel in all those places. His return was to Ramah, for there was his house, and there he judged Israel, and he built there an altar to the Lord. Chapter 8. It happened when Samuel was old, that he made his sons judges over Israel. Now the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second Abijah. They were judges in Beersheba. His sons didn't walk in his ways, but turned aside after money, and took bribes, and perverted justice. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together, and came to Samuel to Ramah, and they said to him, Behold, you are old, and your sons don't walk in your ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, Give us a king to judge us. Samuel prayed to the Lord. The Lord said to Samuel, Listen to the voice of the people in all that they tell you, for they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me, that I should not be king over them. According to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them out of Egypt, even to this day, and that they have forsaken me, and served other gods, so do they also to you. Now therefore listen to their voice. However you shall protest solemnly to them, and show them the manner of the king who shall reign over them. Samuel told all the words of the Lord to the people who asked of him a king. He said, This will be the manner of the king who shall reign over you. He will take your sons, and appoint them to him for his chariots, and to be his horsemen, and they shall run before his chariots. And he will appoint them to him for captains of thousands, and captains of 50s. And he will set some to plow his ground, and to reap his harvest, and to make his instruments of war, and the instruments of his chariots. He will take your daughters to be perfumers, and to be cooks, and to be bakers. He will take your fields, and your vineyards, and your olive groves, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. He will take the 10th of your seed, and of your vineyards, and give to his officers and to his servants. He will take your men-servants and your maid-servants, and your best young men and your donkeys, and put them to his work. He will take the 10th of your flocks, and you shall be as his servants. You shall cry out in that day because of your king, whom you shall have chosen, and the Lord will not answer you in that day. But the people refused to listen to the voice of Samuel, and they said, No, but we will have a king over us, that we also may be like all the nations, and that our king may judge us, and go out before us, and fight our battles. Samuel heard all the words of the people, and he rehearsed them in the ears of the Lord. The Lord said to Samuel, Listen to their voice, and make them a king. Samuel said to the men of Israel, Go, every man to his city. Chapter 9. Now there was a man of Benjamin, whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Aphiah, the son of a Benjamite, a mighty man of valor. He had a son whose name was Saul, an impressive young man, and there was not among the children of Israel a better person than he. From his shoulders and upward he was higher than any of the people. The donkeys of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. Kish said to Saul his son, "Take now one of the servants with you, and arise, go seek the donkeys." He passed through the hill country of Ephraim, and passed through the land of Shalisha, but they didn't find them. Then they passed through the land of Shalim, and they weren't there. And he passed through the land of the Benjamites, but they didn't find them. When they had come to the land of Zuph, Saul said to his servant who was with him, "Come and let us return, lest my father leave off caring for the donkeys and be anxious for us." He said to him, "See now, there is in this city a man of God, and he is a man who is held in honor, and all that he says surely comes to pass. Now let us go there. Perhaps he can tell us concerning our journey where we go." Then Saul said to his servant, "But if we go, what shall we bring the man? For the bread is spent in our vessels, and there is not a present to bring to the man of God. What do we have?" The servant answered Saul again and said, "Look, I have in my hand the 4th part of a shekel of silver. That I will give to the man of God to tell us our way." In earlier times in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, this is what he said, "Come and let us go to the seer," for he who is now called a prophet was before called a seer. Then Saul said to his servant, "Well said, come, let us go." So they went to the city where the man of God was, and they went up the ascent to the city. They found young maidens going out to draw water, and said to them, "Is the seer here?" They answered them and said, "He is. Look, he is before you. Hurry up now, for he is come today into the city, for the people have a sacrifice today in the high place. As soon as you are come into the city, you shall immediately find him, before he goes up to the high place to eat. For the people will not eat until he comes, because he does bless the sacrifice, and afterwards they eat who are invited. Now therefore go up, for at this time you'll find him." They went up to the city, and as they came within the city, behold, Samuel came out toward them to go up to the high place. Now the Lord had revealed to Samuel a day before Saul came, saying, "Tomorrow about this time I will send you a man out of the land of Benjamin, and you shall anoint him to be the prince over my people Israel, and he shall save my people out of the hand of the Philistines, for I have looked on my people, because their cry is come to me." When Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said to him, "Look, the man of whom I spoke to you, this same shall have authority over my people." Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, "Tell me, please, where the seer's house is." Samuel answered Saul and said, "I am the seer. Go up before me to the high place, for you shall eat with me today, and in the morning I will let you go, and will tell you all that is in your heart. As for your donkeys who were lost 3 days ago, don't set your mind on them, for they are found. For whom is all that is desirable in Israel? Is it not for you, and for all your father's house?" Saul answered, "Am I not a Benjamite, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel, and my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Why do you speak to me after this way?" Samuel took Saul and his servant, and brought them into the guest chamber, and made them sit in the best place among those who were invited, who were about 30 persons. Samuel said to the cook, "Bring the portion which I gave you, of which I said to you, set it by you." The cook took up the thigh, and that which was on it, and set it before Saul. Samuel said, "Behold, that which has been reserved, set it before you and eat, because to the appointed time has it been kept for you. For I said, I have invited the people." So Saul ate with Samuel that day. When they were come down from the high place into the city, he talked with Saul on the housetop. They arose early, and it happened about the spring of the day that Samuel called to Saul on the housetop, saying, "Rise up, that I may send you away." Saul arose, and they went out both of them, he and Samuel, abroad. As they were going down at the end of the city, Samuel said to Saul, "Bid the servant go on before us." And he passed on. But you stand still first, that I may cause you to hear the word of God. Chapter 10. Then Samuel took the vial of oil and poured it on his head and kissed him and said, Isn't it that the Lord has anointed you to be prince over his inheritance? When you are departed from me today, then you shall find 2 men by Rachel's tomb in the border of Benjamin at Zelzah, and they will tell you, The donkeys which you seek are found, and behold, your father has left off caring for the donkeys, and is anxious for you, saying, What shall I do for my son? Then you shall go forward from there, and shall come to the oak of Tabor, and there you will meet 3 men going up to God to Bethel, one carrying 3 kids, and another carrying 3 loaves of bread, and another carrying a bottle of wine, and they will greet you, and give you 2 loaves of bread, which you shall receive of their hand. After that you will come to the hill of God, where there is a garrison of the Philistines, and it will happen, when you are come there to the city, that you will meet a band of prophets coming down from the high place with a psaltery, and a tambourine, and a pipe, and a harp before them. And they will be prophesying. And the Spirit of the Lord will come mightily on you, and you shall prophesy with them, and shall be turned into another man. Let it be, when these signs are come to you, that you do as occasion shall serve you, for God is with you. You shall go down before me to Gilgal, and behold, I will come down to you to offer burnt offerings, and to offer sacrifices of peace offerings. 7 days you shall wait until I come to you, and show you what you shall do. It was so that when he had turned his back to go from Samuel, God gave him another heart, and all those signs happened that day. When they came there to the hill, behold, a band of prophets met him, and the Spirit of God came mightily on him, and he prophesied among them. It happened, when all who knew him before saw that he prophesied with the prophets, then the people said one to another, What is this that is come to the son of Kish? Is Saul also among the prophets? One of the same place answered, Who is their father? Therefore it became a proverb, Is Saul also among the prophets? When he had made an end of prophesying, he came to the high place. Saul's uncle said to him and to his servant, Where did you go? He said, To seek the donkeys, and when we saw that they were not found, we came to Samuel. Saul's uncle said, Tell me, please, what Samuel said to you. Saul said to his uncle, He told us plainly that the donkeys were found, but concerning the matter of the kingdom of which Samuel spoke, he didn't tell him. Samuel called the people together to the Lord to Mizpah, and he said to the children of Israel, Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, I brought up Israel out of Egypt, and I delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of all the kingdoms that oppressed you. But you have this day rejected your God, who himself saves you out of all your calamities and your distresses, and you have said to him, No, but set a king over us. Now therefore present yourselves before the Lord by your tribes and by your thousands. So Samuel brought all the tribes of Israel near, and the tribe of Benjamin was taken. He brought the tribe of Benjamin near by their families, and the family of the Matrites was taken, and Saul the son of Kish was taken. But when they sought him, he could not be found. Therefore they asked of the Lord further, Is there yet a man to come here? The Lord answered, Behold, he has hid himself among the baggage. They ran and bought him there, and when he stood among the people, he was higher than any of the people from his shoulders upward. And Samuel said to all the people, You see him whom the Lord has chosen, that there is none like him among all the people. All the people shouted and said, Long live the king! Then Samuel told the people the manner of the kingdom, and wrote it in a book, and laid it up before the Lord. Samuel sent all the people away, every man to his house. Saul also went to his house to Gibeah, and there went with him the host whose hearts God had touched. But certain worthless fellows said, How can this man save us? They despised him and brought him no present, but he held his peace.